What's up, fellow connoisseurs of fiction? It's me, Full0Grace.
It's me, Wendy V.
I'm the Warrior Ike.
Today we're reacting to SG1, Season 1, Episode 10. Last time, we had a blast.
We did. Remind me what happened last time.
I have no clue.
It was the Back to the Future episode.
Yes! This is what happens when I'm backlogged on videos to edit.
I'll remember for you.
Thank you. You good?
Apparently there was still some burger left.
Oh no!
Okay.
But, so yeah, we had that, where we found out that Daniel and Jack weren't actually some of the first people to go to the Stargate. That honor was way back when, about 50 years before, and it didn't go well. And they rescued him. And it was great. But, this episode is important. It is sad, but important. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm concerned.
As you should be. We also meet one of my favorite characters of the entire show. Yes!
And this is why it's sad, because we're going to meet the new character and then they're going to die.
He's there till the end of the show, as far as I'm aware.
Sweet.
I think.
So that's not
die. Absolutely. Well, sarcophagus in this world, you never know who's going to die. I'm pretty sure Jack's died at least 50 times by the end of the show.
Damn, okay.
What is this, Dragon Ball Z?
Worse.
If
It's worse.
I'm worried if it's worse than Dragon Ball Z.
Everyone dies in Dragon Ball Z.
Easy. It's okay now.
They had to put Junior back in, Teal'c.
The drug didn't work, Teal'c. I'm sorry.
You were calling out something. Ryak. Does that mean anything?
It means nothing.
But it proves that the Gould is Teal'c's immune system. Now, if we can learn about it and safely duplicate its effect, we can save lives on Earth.
Well, I guess the boys in Langley won't be able to study a Gould after all.
There are many hundreds of Goa'uld larvae on Chulak.
Chulak?
Last time we were there, we had to shoot our way out. Maybe made a bad impression.
It's out of the question. I can't authorize it.
I'm sorry if I didn't. You do understand why we can't go back to Chulak, right?
I am concerned for the life of my son.
Your son?
You told the...
No, you swore to the general you had no ties back there. Why didn't you tell us the truth?
A warrior becomes vulnerable if his family is held hostage to the enemy. With or without you, O'Neill, I must return to Chulak.
Either way, it's suicide, my friend.
Within days, my son will come of age. He will undergo the ceremony of implantation. The Primta, my first teacher, the Jaffa Master Braytak. He knew very well the Goa'uld are false gods. I will not allow my son to become a slave.
I'd love to get a Gould larva that the lab coats in Langley can study. Something you're not telling me, Colonel. If you don't want to come clean about the real motivation behind this mission, then fine. The mission is not approved.
Teal'c has a son back on Chulak.
O'Neill, I am in your debt.
That's nothing.
This was the home of Shalva.
Traitor.
Teal'c, there's no reason to believe your wife and son were in the house when this happened.
You don't know what's happening.
Tekmate Braytak. Dirk. It is good to see you, friend. My wife and son. I'm told they escaped the burning. Warriors of great skill and cunning.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
You were among the warriors who defeated the palace guard at Chulak? A human woman?
Hey, I'll have you know, I kicked my...
And you, a warrior of great skill and cunning? I could snap you like kindling. How could you bring these hashak with you?
Hey, hey, hey. Who you calling a hassock? What's a hassock? No, I don't think we came to fight you.
A shame. You choose your friends well, Tilk.
You're over 100 years old? God, I'm sorry.
133.
You must work out.
Can you take us to find my wife and son?
The Cristal live in a handful of camps outside the city.
To go back to the Stargate, take up positions where you can lay down cover fire. We might need it. Wait there for us for 24 hours. If we're not back by then, we probably won't be. Well, we'll just have to cross that bridge when we come to it.
No. The bridge is too well guarded. Tilk and I will lead.
No, actually, you see, I'm in charge here.
The Stargate is well patrolled. Your deceptions will not work a second time.
Priest, stand aside.
Tilk.
Tilk.
My wife, Dreyak.
You have condemned your son to death.
Right.
Father, I knew he was not dead.
I know scarlet fever when I see it. I'll take more powerful drugs than I've got with me.
What of your Earth doctors?
Maybe.
Bingo, Gould larva.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, on 4.
4. Oh, I really hate these things. Oh, he no longer draws breath, Teal'c.
Teal'c, you want to think about this? You can't live for more than a couple of hours without that thing.
You better get moving, sir.
We've got a little problem. So we gave him his own Gould to keep him alive.
We have one.
You what?
We were gonna take it back with us, but...
How you holding up, Teal'c?
My body grows strong again.
We've been discovered.
All right, let's keep moving.
A Gould?
Your printer. It is all I can give you until I return. Follow the guidance of Braytek and your mother, and you will learn to become a great warrior.
Time to present my prisoners to Apophis himself.
Cannot pass, Braytek.
Not bad for a man of 133.
Not bad at all.
What will you do? When the priests come to, they'll tell Apophis that you betrayed them.
I suppose I will cross that bridge when I come to it.
But so that was... We saw Teal'c's family.
We saw Teal'c's family. And it was
Braytek. Yes. Boom.
It was interesting to see that they still get the same diseases.
Yes.
The fact that he had scarlet fever,
Mhm.
which is something that also exists on Earth, is really interesting.
Mhm.
I would love to know how scarlet fever has mutated on a different planet.
I don't know. That sounds terrifying. COVID's bad enough.
See, I'm just a nerd.
But yeah, it was quite fun seeing that, getting more to depth into Teal'c's character. I think that's the most emotion we've seen on Teal'c's face ever.
Oh, yeah.
We learned some Jaffa language, some Goa'uld, that Shova, and stuff like that. We got to meet Braytak, and Braytak's fun.
Braytak's very fun.
I love Braytak. He's so much fun. Like, just, it was a very interesting episode. Very pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
It was definitely interesting to see how they took the imprinting thing and made it part of their religion and, like, kind of brainwashed the people into going, this is a great thing. How his son was so excited to have his own Goa'uld.
A coming of age kind of situation.
But the look on his son's face when he was like, my own Goa'uld?
The Printa? And just, it's a gift from your father.
And he's so happy to have it. And then there's Teal'c upset that he's basically given his son over to slavery.
Yay.
Ooh.
We also had our first thing of for season 1, them working on making a drug to replace the symbiotes. I did not realize how long they've been working on that.
Right.
That's really cool.
That'll be interesting, certainly.
Yes.
Because it's basically an immune booster.
Mm-hmm.
Which...
Yes, it works for the Jaffa, but if it isn't just... If it is just very basics, an immune booster, think what that could do to humanity.
Right.
And I thought they were going to recreate the scene from Gladiator on the side of the house.
Ooh.
Oh, that would have been bad.
You seen that movie?
I've seen Gladiator.
There was something...
It was required for school.
With Russell Crowe.
Yes.
Required that for school.
Privilege of being homeschooled. Good for you.
High school course. Studying Rome.
There was something that Teal'c said early on in the episode that I wanted to make a comment about, but we were getting important info right after it. Early in the episode when he was interacting with Jack, after Jack realized that he had a son.
Yeah.
And how he wanted to say... it was you. You said something about how early on in the episode, before we even knew about it, that it was...
He was in prison?
That it was either slavery or death.
Oh, yeah,
and I wanted to comment on that.
Yeah, that.
I thought that was... Because even if that hadn't been a thing at that moment in time where Teal'c knew about it, but I feel like even if he had, he would have... It's one of those internal, like, debates.
Internal or eternal? Or both?
Yes.
Both. ¿Por qué no los dos? It's one of those kind of debates that it's like, it really takes you back to the time when slaves were a thing in our history. And you look back at it and it's like, which is really better?
Mm-hmm. They had a choice.
They had a choice.
But did they?
Exactly. Exactly. Which is why you get the stories about how many slaves would jump ship on the way over. Because they looked at...
A lot of slaves didn't make it.
Yep. Because they looked at their situation and
a lot
said,
of people of color didn't make it. They weren't slaves yet. Exactly. It just... A lot of those people who were put in very, very, very fucked up situations.
But I think it was interesting to see how they handled the topic of slavery. I think it was handled very well.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak much on it because I am extremely white, but they handled it deeply, but they handled it seamlessly.
And another thing they brought up very briefly, was how Daniel's like was just looking at the world and the symbiotes and going, these are beings that in the future will kill humans.
Yeah.
And he's like, I shouldn't, but I'm going to.
And that's another thing where it's you look at the children of bad people and go, your parents were bad, so therefore you'll be bad.
Yeah.
One of those
A bit
debates.
more extreme in this. This is a more extreme
This
version
is
of that.
This is a more extreme version of that. Because you could end up with a gold that ends up like the one in Teal'c, where Teal'c is a good person, and he's not out here killing people.
But
anymore.
the symbiote, when it's in the Jaffa, has no control over the mind.
But that doesn't...
It's a necessary evil.
Exactly. And that also doesn't mean that if... Because we don't know, as of right now, what effects the Jaffa have on their symbiotes, much like...
That is... they have an episode about that, actually.
Oh! I'm still going to theorize about it.
Proceed.
Because unlike the information that we have on how a gold can influence its human, we do not have any information on how a Jaffa can influence its gold.
There's also another factor you're forgetting, that symbiotes have a genetic memory.
True.
So that when they are created, and we will get into that, and I don't like it, when symbiotes are created, they are born with the knowledge of the gold already in their minds. So when they do take a host, they already have a good chunk of the memories, and they are born with the memories of their mother implanted into them. And we will cover that in a different episode coming soon.
Oh yeah. But
which will be an interesting episode, and it'll be interesting.
But just because we haven't seen a fully grown gold that is good doesn't mean that they don't exist.
Wouldn't that make it a bad, whatever it's called? I cannot pronounce
gold.
it. Yeah, wouldn't it make it a bad one because all of the good ones are bad? So a bad one would be good.
Depends on which side you're on.
I'm not going to say a single thing. I'm going to be over here completely silent.
Alright guys, this is Full of Grace. I'm Wendy V. That's Ike. And we'll see you dudes next time.
Bye.
Bye.